What's up, dudes? I don't know if the audio is kicking or not. Not 100% sure. I assume it is. If somebody comes in here, please let me know if the audio is working. Today, we've got ourselves a Blood Orange IPA, 21st Amendment. Delicious. So the other day, when we were having the live show, there really wasn't a ton of engagement, and it's kind of trickled off like as the live show goes on. So I am adding a new feature to the channel. I talked about it before, but what we're going to do is we're going to do creator spotlights. And those are going to be pre-recorded. It's going to be a podcast type setup where I'm interviewing another creator, and we're going to talk about backstory, how they got into YouTube, what they do for a living, what kind of gear they have, any tips or tricks for creating videos or anything like that. I think that it will be helpful for my audience, and I think that hey, Matt, what's up, dude? I'm smoking ribs today, so I'm kind of like sitting outside having a beer. It's nice. The weather changed drastically over the last 2 days. On, I think, Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday, it was like 22 degrees, and now it's like 70, 77 and sunny. It's ridiculous. I don't know. But, yeah, so we're going to be doing creator spotlights. I think that it'll be awesome for the audience to just kind of get a perspective of like what other channels are out there, what they're doing differently, and I think it'll just be interesting to get to know other people, and it'll be cool for them so they can meet my audience, and vice versa, I can meet their audience and things like that. So I think it'll be really neat to go ahead and do that. I don't know. So we're going to be doing the first one, and that will launch next Friday. Instead of a live show, we're going to be doing a Creator Spotlight podcast that'll be pre-recorded, not live, just released like a regular everyday video. But my first guest is going to be none other than Keith Fusco. I'm super excited. He is an awesome creator. He lives in England. It's going to be a really neat... Keith and his wife own a media company out there, Fusco Media. I hope I'm saying the last name wrong. Or right. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. But I think it'll be really neat, and I'm going to ask other creators if they would like to join in the podcast. This is something that I really like to do every week, and I don't care how many subscribers you have. I just think that, as long as you're taking it seriously, I'd really like to feature you on the show. Oh, I missed the chat. What was that? Chat viewing options. Yeah, show it. What's happening here? For some reason, I'm not able to see the chat right now. What is happening? Alright, that was a bad idea. Somebody said hi, and I missed it. I'm sorry. Hello. I don't know how you see the chat. This is ridiculous. Normally, I have, like, the whole setup. I got the studio set up and the camera, and I have the chat on one side here, and then, I'm able to see it the entire time. I'm trying this new Facebook Live, like, just press of a button thing, and it's, or YouTube Live, rather. And, I don't know, you might be able to tell this isn't my first beer of the day. I've been smoking these ribs for about, 2 hours at this point. But the one thing I did see in that message was that I look relaxed in the sunshine, and yes, it's beautiful outside. I'm super pumped. And this is kind of like the urban background that I've really wanted to shoot in, so maybe I should have been doing these more often. So, I've got my notes. You know the format by now. I already did my welcome, so welcome. Real quick note, Watchdog75 and Ed Saxton, you guys won t-shirts for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. You guys got to get at me. I'm super pumped to send you guys your shirts, so congratulations on that. I will be hitting you guys up on Twitter. So just to remind you, I want to make sure you guys get your shirts. It's pretty cool. You guys can go check out the Hustle More shop on Etsy. It is etsy.com/shop/Hustle More. One word, Hustle More. It's pretty cool. They're just like entrepreneurial type, like positive motivational sayings. It was something that I kind of did and came up with whenever I left my full-time job to pursue my own company. And just kind of a motivational thing. You know, it's fun. Basically just saying like, yo, I'm a hustler, this is what I do. You know, I work hard, grind 24/7, 365, all that good stuff. But they're pretty cool. Go check them out. So, on to the normal format. If you guys haven't seen, here we go. Hi, Jordan. You're looking very relaxed in the sunshine. Mick, what's up, man? How are you? I noticed that you went back and watched a few of my older videos from like when I first started the channel, and it was all the air horn videos and my drone video. That was it was really funny because I didn't even remember that I had the air horn videos still on the channel. I wasn't even positive that those things still existed on the channel, but that's funny that you found them. She was none too happy, like I said in the comment. She didn't enjoy that whole era of my YouTube videos, trying to figure out YouTube. But she's a good sport. So if you guys haven't seen the videos this week, you should go check them out. They're pretty awesome. Monday was the I don't even remember. Monday was the video about how to leverage Instagram to drive more traffic to your YouTube channel. Super awesome video. That it's a great method. It really does work. It drives some good traffic over to your channel. You know, with the introduction of formats and platforms like Vine, Instagram, Snapchat, things like that, everybody wants really short videos, and you got to capture people's attention like real quick. Lately, I don't know, in the last year, maybe 2 years, Instagram decided to up that and gave you a minute to post something on your, or a minute to post a video on your channel, or feed, or whatever you call it. So that's important because you could use up to a minute. So as long as you have something in there that's like visually interesting, because Instagram is a visual platform, and you say, head over to, I've been having a lot of trouble coming up with my own slogan for my merch. I don't know, man. You seem like a pretty creative dude. I think that you can come up with something pretty good. Your videos are really unique. I like how you specifically do your videos, and just like, the quick cuts, the different voices, things like that. And I just think it's a lot of fun to watch. But I don't know. I'll go back and watch a couple of your videos and see. I don't know. Maybe we could just brainstorm or something like that. That'll be fun. But where was I? Yes, Instagram. It's a good method. If you come up with something that's visually interesting enough, and then link in the bio, and then you got all those hashtags where your videos are showing up. a lot of people will go. A lot of people are going to do it. Brad Howard, love the channel and live interaction. I need to get back on vlogs. Was thinking of a slogan brand. I picked up PMA. I hate this whole new live thing on YouTube because it's not, the chat comes up and then it like goes away, so I have to read it like really fast, and I can't always like process exactly like what I'm reading at that very time. Thank you though, I really appreciate it. Live shows are fun, but you know, there's just not a whole lot of interaction, especially when I do it like at this time of the day. People are still like getting home from work. They're just getting off work, a lot of people. So, you know, it's tough. And I have a big audience like over in Europe, which is hilarious. I was joking with my girlfriend that I'm like the fucking David Hasselhoff of YouTube. Everybody in America could give a shit less about me, but in Europe, people dig it. Oh, it's 2 p.m. Brian, it's 2 p.m. Are you still at work? 10 p.m. in Ireland. Holy shit. Man, that's wild. That's pretty awesome. I think my dude Keith, who's usually in the chat, he's 5 hours. I know that he's 5 hours. Oh, there he is. I've been on Facebook yet. The reply to you, sorry. Yeah, so 14 days off this month. Oh my gosh. You have 14 days off this month? That's incredible. Man, most people in the States don't get 14 days off in a year. That's nuts, man. Our work schedule here is like rigorous. It's ridiculous. You know, I've watched a lot of different 14 days on, 14 days off. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I thought you were just talking like straight like anytime vacation time or something like that. That's cool though. Man, 14 days on. That's you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I'm just kind of curious what do you do? And if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. It's nobody's business but your own. But Matt, you hiring oil and gas. Okay. I actually, when you said 14 on, 14 off, I thought it was either that or something in the medical field. So, pretty good guess. Very nice. Are you guys drinking? Is anybody else drinking? Probably not Brian, because it's 2 p.m. Although that hasn't stopped me before. So where was I? Yeah. So, yeah. Had some bud earlier. You don't drink. It's a good course of action. I actually quit drinking a lot. There was a time when I was younger where I was like going out all the time and hanging out and partying all night long and things like that. So every beer that I drink is during this live show. It's like once a week I have a couple beers and then, wait till next Friday. Stream is intermittent on my end. Gotta go. Catch you later. All right, Mick. Take it easy, man. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. Was on my e-bike. Got rained on it. Oh, no. It's like I said, like a couple days ago, it was awful. It was like 22 degrees. It was bright and sunny, but it was like so cold. And just these last 2 days, it's been like 75, 77. Tomorrow's supposed to be another like 78 degrees or something like that. It's awesome. Spring has definitely come late to Pittsburgh. It's tough. I mean, like every year it gets later and later. Like we just had a snowstorm like 6 days ago. It was pretty ridiculous. I mean, we got like substantial snow. We got like 4 inches of snow just a couple days ago. But I forget where I left off on Monday's video. It's a good method. You guys should check it out. Post to Instagram, leave a trailer, all that good stuff. We keep hearing about how bad the weather is over there. Dude, it's terrible. It's awful. Literally, like today, 78, 77 degrees. It's bright, it's sunny. Everybody's in shorts. It's super fun. And, I don't doubt that sometime next week we'll have a blizzard. That's just how it works. It's crazy. I actually did a little bit of research after I heard something. It's that I think like Pittsburgh and Seattle are actually like on the same latitudinal line. And because I heard some guy say that Pittsburgh is the Seattle of the East. And in terms of rain, like we get just as much rain as Seattle, and I couldn't believe it because in every movie or every show you ever see, Seattle is just like constantly raining, constantly just horrible and shit. We just got 25 inches of rain in 2 days. Jesus, dude, that's flood. That's like straight flood stuff. That's not good. Pittsburgh definitely gets a lot of rain. I mean, like, you learn to live in the gray. That's what we call it here. You just live in the gray. Seattle, 37 plus inches of rain a year. Holy smokes. I'm going to have to check and see what Pittsburgh's stats are, or if one of you guys are already looking it up, check out Pittsburgh. But we get an awful lot of rain. It's intense. We definitely have more gray and dreary, shitty rainy days than we have nice sunny days. So that's why I'm outside smoking ribs and hanging out at my patio and just letting my dog walk around the yard. So, back to the format real quick. Wednesday's video was the HX80. And Matt, you said you have the HX80. I'm kind of curious what settings you use. Do you use the settings that just were like, what is it, the AVC HD or something like that? Pittsburgh, 11 and a quarter since February. Yes. So, MP4. Okay. Yeah, so that was just, a lot of people get at me and ask me about that. I did some previous videos on the HX80. One of them, I think, is up around like 20,000 views or something like that. The other one is 38 inches of rain a year. That's what I'm saying. We get a ton. And the other video has, I don't know, maybe like 11,000, 10,000 views or something like that. But the HX80 seems to be like a pretty popular camera for making videos. It's a nice camera. I like it. I still use it every once in a while as my like overhead cam and things like that. The HX80 versus the G7X. Matt, let me tell you something about that video. So everybody was like up in arms about that video, and everyone is like, dude, this is the dumbest comparison ever, blah, blah, blah. And I get tons and tons of shit about that video. But if you actually like watch the video and listen to all the points, I am actually not ripping the Sony at all whatsoever. I'm actually explaining that these cameras look identical, but they're not. And it's not really a head-to-head at all whatsoever. Brian, you have to do a collab. Yeah, man. I'm definitely up to do a collaboration. That would be awesome. Matt, people are stupid. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Brian, what kind of collaboration are you talking about? Because I'm in. If you are, like I was talking about earlier, the new format that I want to check out for like these Friday shows, I'd really like to give me some dates. I'll fly out. Oh man, you gonna fly to Pittsburgh? That would be awesome. Dude, that would be sweet. We could, I don't know, would have to, like, really plan on, like, an awesome collaboration if you're going to fly all the way here for it. I'd feel really crappy if you got here and we didn't know what to do. We could go explore. We'd do something. Bring my boosted board. Yes, we could go ride. That would be awesome. That would be sweet. Of course, I would have to. I'm free most of these nights coming up, apart from Tuesday night, so we can do ours. Awesome. Come up with something. I'm sure we could. No problem. Keith, any night other than Tuesday, I'm game. Whatever you want to do. I just want to knock this first episode out. I think it'll be really awesome. And I really do just want to, like, feature other channels and things like that. Like, channels that I think are making really good content. Like Matt and Brian, I love your content. And things like your video on your bike is awesome. Keith, there were a few other people that I talked to also. Just trying to line up some more. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I've had this beard since 9th grade. Ash told me I had a majestic beard. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys out there that I watch on a consistent basis, and I really, really dig your stuff, and why not? Let's hash it out. Let's have a good old fashioned creator spotlight. I think that'll be fun. We could just talk about your methods, what you do. Brian, I want to travel and collaborate with smaller YouTubers. I like that. Awesome. Thanks for the comment, Jordan. Absolutely, man. I think your videos are really cool. If you're up for traveling, that would be sweet. Pittsburgh definitely has some cool sights, but probably not as cool as, where you live. Big guys don't, why not us little guys? It comes up and goes away so fast. I have to, hurry up and read. Yeah, seriously. I mean, like I said, I don't care how many subscribers the channel has. If I happen to get somebody that has a bunch of subscribers, whatever, that's cool. I'm going to interview you the same way that I would interview anybody else. I think it would just be cool to know your methods and any kind of tips and tricks that you have. The one thing that I want to kind of get across to people is, especially for the groups that I'm in, on Facebook and things like that, you really have to, consistency is key. You really just have to be consistent. And the people that I want to have on the show, I know are consistent because I see their new videos coming out pretty often. So I think that is something that is good. I think people need to know that. I see so many comments in different Facebook groups of people that are like, I put out a video 3 weeks ago and it only has 35 views, and it's like, all right, that video has 35 views. What did you do the next day? And the next day and the next day? What did you do for the next day for 3 whole weeks? You should have put out a video or, gone ahead. Big YouTubers do collaborations. Why not us little guys? I know what you meant. Brian. And I agree. The big guys do it. And I would do it if I had a bigger channel that afforded me the luxury of traveling, all the time. That would be awesome. But it's just the beginning. Everybody starts from somewhere. I think that, like I was saying, as you just get consistent and you grow an audience and people, personality has a lot to do with it. And that's why Peter McKinnon and Casey Neistat and all those guys, they all have humongous channels. They're, Peter McKinnon just seems like an absolute sweetheart. He seems just Super nice guy. Yeah, we'll swap some contact info after the show. I'll shoot you a message. I'll get at you after the show. The humble beginning. Yes. He really did, Matt. He does seem awesome. He seriously, like, just the way that he talks, it just seems like such a gentle genius. Not even a gentle giant, but a gentle genius. He's so humble and just, and that's the way that you really should be. And, that really was a lot of, it took me a while to really get to the point where I knew that I wanted to do a whole format change on my channel, but I just didn't know, I guess, what Brian Howard, who's Peter and Casey. Peter McKinnon is an excellent photographer and videographer. He has a giant channel on YouTube. He actually is probably most famous for going from 0 to 1 million subscribers in like 9 years. Oh, boom, you're joking. Dude, there are some people, honest to God, who are like in our groups and stuff on Facebook that are like, who the fuck is Casey Neistat? And they're dead serious. They have no idea who this guy is. And I'm like, really? But then again, YouTube is huge. Like, honest to God, I knew who, like, PewDiePie was, but never watched one of his videos. I've only watched one of PewDiePie's videos ever in my entire life. I know the guy's name, and I know what he looks like, and I know he is, like, a fucking bazillionaire because of YouTube. But that's about it. Casey's new 368 is amazing. It really is. I like it so far. I like his addition of that gentleman, I forget his name, that he brought in from South Africa. I think that dude's really cool. He adds something different to that show that is a really fun, like, dry sense of humor. Dan, that's it. Thanks, Brian. But I think, Matt, I think you would be a lot like that Dan guy. A very kind of dry sense of humor and kind of just, fun on camera and things like that. It's a fun format. I am really excited to see, I guess, what they do with it. I'm glad to see Jack is back. If any of you guys were like real kind of into the whole like beam thing, Jack was a really cool dude, and I liked him a lot. Watch Dan's channel. He's Master Behind 368. Yeah, he is the editing guy. I love 368. Some are complaining about the script. It's going away. I can't read it. Ugh. Some are complaining about the scripted. Was that Little Miss Mama? Tara Lynn, are you in here? The chat comes up and then like disappears so fast that I can't see who was. But I think that was Tara Lynn. Boom. Tara Lynn, what's up? Tara Lynn is also going to be a guest on the Shop Talk Shop Talk One-on-One podcast. I'm super excited about it. I was very, very pumped whenever I was like sitting down thinking about, like, Hawk, I see that you're a Metallica fan. Can you help me? I want to know what the name of the song is that they played before Enter Sandman. The song before they play Enter Sandman? I don't know. You're like on the album, in line in the album? I'm not sure. You could Google it. It's the Black Album. I know that. In Russia, 91. You're in Russia. Man. What the hell time is it in Russia? But, yeah, 368 seems really cool. I dig the whole thing. Select Enable Slow Mode to enter how many seconds each user must wait between post. The minimum is 1 second. I'm so envious of your son. Tara Lynn, you got here late. I was just sitting there talking about how for the last couple days, it's literally been in the 20s. And then the last 2 days, all of a sudden, it was like, oh, hey, spring. I'm supposed to be here. It's like April. And it just, like, went literally from like Wednesday was like 20 to Thursday was like 75. I don't know. I assume that is why everybody around here is sick. I know that's like an old thing to say. I sound like my grandma and grandpap right now. You know, the weather's changing. Everybody's going to get sick. It will help the chat slow down. It's not... I'll try and do that on the next one. It's not that it's the chat's going so fast that I can't see it. It's that it doesn't stay on the screen. It just like it appears and then it fades away and then it just disappears. So I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird thing. This is the first time I did this. I usually have like 5 panels worth of like my playback, the actual YouTube thing, all the comments, my notes. I have all that stuff like on screen, and now it's just me, a brick wall, and a beer. I can't really see anything. But what are you guys shooting this weekend? Are you guys shooting anything? I actually shot Monday's video already. It's going to be pretty sweet. It's actually about where I get my music for YouTube. I had a question from a gentleman, when was it, Thursday, asked if I would do, or Wednesday, asked if I would do a video on where I got my music from for YouTube. Waiting on the new lens to shoot. What are you getting? What kind of lens are you getting? I'm interested. I just bought a new lens. Shot a vlog and storytime video coming out this weekend. Awesome. I can't wait to see them. I love your videos, dude. They crack me up, man. You are a funny dude. Canon 10-22. I like it. Very nice. That's a great lens. I used to have the Sigma version of that, the Sigma 10-22. It was awesome, and then I was at a shoot, and I went to go change lenses, and I put it up on kind of like a little pedestal, and when I reached over to grab it, took a spill, and the guts on the inside just never were the same. It just clicked and clicked and clicked. Thanks, dude. Very happy to hear that. Your videos are awesome, too. I look forward to them. Dude, I look forward to your videos, too. There is something about Tara Lynn's group. I think she goes... It's called Vlog Squad, if all of you guys aren't in the know. But she, like, hand selects people. And we have a nice little group that, you know, we interact with each other, and we watch each other's videos and give tips and tricks and things like that to each other, and, you know, different kinds of encouragement and things like that. Use the 10-18, but the moisture trapped it. No, it's black ring. Oh, no. Man. Yeah, the 10-18, that's a nice lens. I was actually I wanted to get that lens, but I ended up not getting that lens. I went with the, it's a manual focus, Rokinon, or Rokinon, however you say it, 14 millimeter. It's for a full frame camera. So that way I can use it for my 6D, my workhorse. I can use it for like real estate shoots and video shoots and stuff for businesses and things like that. But when you strap it onto the like the 80D, that's a crop sensor. You know, it crops it in a bit. It ends up being somewhere, I believe, around like an 18 millimeter at that point, which is cool. I like it. Stock kit lens, it's okay. Has autofocus, yeah. Autofocus is good. I am really digging though, like shooting my videos with that manual focus, that 14 millimeter, because it almost like forces me to pay more attention. Like I have to, like, you know, be in the right spot, or, you know, I can up the aperture a little bit and, you know, move a tiny bit. But it's a cool lens. I like it, and it's so big that instead of looking off to the side, like over at my flip out screen, I am staring into this giant black hole and just like losing myself, like, whoa, hey, this is a giant lens I'm looking at. That was always a problem for me because, like, with that flip-out lens, I would always look off to the side, and I didn't want to wear sunglasses all through my videos because everyone, you know, was like, oh, dude, you're a Casey Neistat ripoff because you wear sunglasses. I don't know. Apparently, you can't wear sunglasses without being a ripoff. It is hard not to look, man. I'm telling you. It is tough. But I've, just in the last couple days, I've really trained myself, or the last couple weeks, my bad, really trained myself to really just kind of stare into the soul of my camera. Yeah, it's super fun. Monday's video, I think you guys are going to dig. That's the whole, like, where do I get my music from? You know, everybody in here, obviously. You guys probably know it's Epidemic Sound. But somebody asked me to make a video where I get my music from, and that was actually on my big Excel document of video ideas for this channel. And it is, honestly, it's such a cool platform. Like, you can find so much cool music on Epidemic Sound. And the fact that you don't have to worry about copyright strikes is awesome. Like, that alone just is fantastic. You know, I say in the video, like, I used to worry all the time, where am I going to find my music, blah, blah, blah. I used to go to SoundCloud and, like, get all the music that, you know, from the same guys that everyone else uses, that, you know, they don't care if you use the music. But the strikes are annoying. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. The worst is, like, when they cut your audio completely. So you just have a video on YouTube with no sound whatsoever. That is awful. Like, I'd rather at least, like, you know, strip the monetization and then, like, give it to somebody else. But to completely, like, cut your audio, that's terrible. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? You know, you have to delete the video. You got to take the music out, re-edit the thing, put it back up. And, you know, what a pain. I have a video with no sound. I hate it. Honest to God, I would, if that were me, I would take that down, I would re-edit that video, and I would put it right back up. I mean, unless it's got, like, tons and tons of views, then I wouldn't touch it. I would just let the thing be it. But, you can't ride an e-board or vlog with glasses getting caught. Casey wannabe. Yeah, no doubt. I had a 20-minute vacation video. No audio. Finally re-edited the video. I love the bird. Yeah, the bird. I'm, like, staring at it right now. It's like, it's so loud. It's huge. And there's actually a bird, like, right on my back porch. It's, like, right up above my back door. And it's having, like, I watched it methodically, like, build a nest over a few days. And I knew that the thing was pregnant, obviously, so I didn't want to, like, get rid of the nest. So I just let it build a nest, and it's up there. It chills all the time. It's a cute little bird. Every time I, like, come out, I have to, like, open the door, like, super gently so it doesn't, like, feel the need to fly away and get scared. It'll be talking to the cameras. There's a dude down here talking to himself. No doubt. Oh, trust me. I'm already thinking, like, you know what? This is the most I've talked to a camera or whatever at my house, like, outdoors in my house. I'm sure that my neighbors are probably, like, windows open, like, who the fuck is this kid and what does he do? And why doesn't he leave during the day? What does he do? Like, none of my neighbors know that, like, I have my own business and I work from home. My office is in my house. So they probably are just like, dude, what does this guy do? He doesn't leave. He doesn't do anything. He's always home. But I don't know. Check out Monday's video. I want to let you in on a little thing. I did an awesome After Effects part. It's been a little while since, like, probably from, like, back in the day, like a few jobs ago, where I really excelled in After Effects. Was probably, like, the last time that I really did any After Effects stuff. And this video, I don't know what it was. I just was like, you know what? I started filming, like, early. I filmed Monday's video on Thursday, so I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to put in the extra work, and I'm going to make something really cool. So I went ahead and filmed some cool After Effects type stuff, and then, like, got in there and, like, really put some time into graphics and things like that. It was pretty neat. I hope you guys like it whenever you see the video. But, yeah, I don't know. I do have some comments, I guess, from, or comments or questions from a couple from Twitter, a couple from Instagram. I can go ahead and read those. It's kind of my format. That's what I do. Brian from Twitter, definitely have to try to leverage Instagram. Nice method. Obviously, Brian checked out the Monday's video. Yeah, it's a fun little thing. I need to get caught up and record videos extra. Oh man, I hate this new thing. I can't read that fast. So now I feel like an asshole. Everybody knows how slow I read. But Keith, I think, said he has to catch up and record a bunch of videos. It's kind of where I'm at. It was like, you know, when I first started this channel, I was like moving at the breakneck pace of like a daily vlogger, but I was only like releasing a video every like one a week or maybe 2 a week. And but I would like come home from work at 5 p.m. I would come home from work, film a video, edit a video, and upload by the time I went to bed. Like, talk about insane shit. That's nuts. And now that, you know, I have dedicated days that I film my YouTube videos and things like that, I've really been trying to spread it out. Like, Monday's video is, yeah, get ahead of myself to spend more time on production. Yes. That, honestly, that is, like, that's kind of where I'm at right now. If I can, like, spend a little bit more time trying to, like, you know, really get the production value of my videos where I want it to be, then, you know, I'm happy. That's kind of, you know, it was hard, like I was saying at the beginning of this, when I was doing, like, film, edit, upload, all in, like, oh gosh, like 5 hours, you know. But my production value wasn't where I wanted it to be. And, you know, I'd go to work, and I would shoot an awesome video for, like, a giant corporation. And, you know, it would look amazing. And then, like, I'd see it on TV, and it looked amazing. And, you know, my videos were playing on the big screen in Times Square in New York City and things like that. And that looked amazing. And I was just like, oh, man, I need to take this and put it on my YouTube channel. Like, I need to get time. You know, I need to spend enough time on my videos to get them to the place where I'm, like, really proud of them and things like that. So with the consistency of a schedule, I've been able to really kind of be like, hey, you know what, this Monday's video is going to be a little bit more intensive. So on Thursday, I'm going to start filming, because then I'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have 4 days to really, really work on this video. And then, like, Monday, that thing goes live. Videos on Times Square. That's great. Dude, it's wild. It is something. The first time it ever happened, I was actually on a work trip in New York, and we went down to Times Square, and it was me and 2 colleagues and a boss of mine, and we went there, and we were walking down to Times Square, and one of my colleagues, like, literally backhanded me right in the arm and was like, dude, your video and I looked up, and it was playing in Times Square, and I was like, oh my God. Like, that was probably one of the most intense moments of my whole video career, was that. I probably made about, 30 different phone calls that day out to my mom and stuff. I was just like, oh my God, my video's playing in Times Square. It was super cool. It was very neat. And that's, you work for a big company and things like that, and, it's weird. You see your stuff a lot of different places. And then after a couple years, man, you almost like get used to it, and it's cool. So it's a lot of fun. That's rad. It is pretty rad. It's pretty neat. I don't think anybody really is. I try to keep like my work history kind of private and things like that, but it was for American Eagle. I was the video director for the department at American Eagle for, I think, 3.5 years. And American Eagle has a store right down there in Times Square. So all the videos that, I was working on and things like that for a while were being featured on that big, side of that, whatever building that is, Times Square building, TV screen thing. So it was really neat. My dog's sitting here just like drinking a ton of water because it's like so warm outside and she's not used to this. We got her in December, so she's never met heat. So, but yeah, so Monday's video is going to be really neat. Do any of you guys use After Effects? I'm actually like really interested to see if any of you guys use After Effects, because I got a question. How'd you like that segue? Boom. Let me see, where is it? My last question, actually. How do you make the text move like that in your intro? That was Shane from Instagram. Yes. Yeah, Instagram. Shane, After Effects. That is like, that's how you do it. Make a video on how you made your intro. Yeah, I could do that. I could definitely do that. The thing that like I really get like kind of weird about with doing like editing tutorials is that I feel almost like I get too in depth with the editing tutorials, and then they end up being like 30-minute videos, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll bet you a bunch of people know this already, or they know this, and I start cutting things out to make it like a watchable video, like maybe like 8 minutes, and then by the end of it, I'm just kind of like, fuck, I shouldn't have really cut that stuff out, because what if there are people out there that really don't know, this piece that I cut out, and I get like, I don't know, I get like real antsy about that stuff, but I'll do like an After Effects tutorial or something like that coming up pretty soon. Maybe I'll do it on how I created that After Effects thing that I'm talking about. That's going to be coming up in Monday's video, because that was like, I built that thing from scratch. So break it into 2 or 3 parts. Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, dude, I could definitely do that. 2 or 3 parts is a very good idea. I like it. I like that idea. I could definitely do that. It's pretty neat. The After Effects part in Monday's video. I'm just so excited about it. I just want to tell you all about it. I almost put a teaser up today, but I was like, no, that's the coolest part of your video. You have to wait. Just wait until it's released. But basically, I'm doing like this whole virtual like touchscreen thing, where like the screen like pops up, and like there's me like messing with it and swiping it like across the screen and things like that. It's pretty neat. See, we'll kill a collaboration. I'm a genius. You are a genius. I couldn't agree more. Brian's a genius. I'm saying it, and I mean it. I mean every word of it. You're the brains behind the operation, that's for sure. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be really neat to kind of have it go through. I love how much you love what you do. I feel the same way when I edit. I get so excited. I'm going live, and it's hard to hold back on teasers. I read that super fast, Terralyn. Yeah, I, honest to God, it is like, when I really whipped my channel into shape, I actually consulted another YouTube channel, and I had this guy go through my channel, give me honest feedback, and really, really just, tear me a new asshole, basically. I was sitting there saying, like, I have all these friends and all these families that watch my videos, and, they're very nice, and they say, like, oh, yeah, your videos are great. But I wasn't really seeing the growth that I wanted to see. So I consulted a guy and, wanted him to check it out. Now, this guy's got, like, millions, well, not millions, high hundreds, thousands, maybe 1 million. And I just said, I want to know what's up with my YouTube channel, why I'm not getting the growth, and what I should be doing to get the growth. And he gave me a lot of insight. And those of you guys who had subscribed to me, like, maybe way back before, like, my whole format change, you would know that I did skateboard videos and product videos and vlogs and air horn videos and drone videos and all kinds of different stuff. And yeah, it is hard to get your name out there. That is really true. But this will help. So this guy said, I like your channel, and you shoot great videos. You're good at filming. You're good at what you do. But I don't know what the fuck your channel is about. And as blunt as he could possibly put it, he flat out said, I like your videos, but I have no fucking idea what your channel is about. Is it about skateboards? Are you trying to be Casey Neistat? Are you trying to be Gary V? Which was kind of a weird thing because I've never actually seen a Gary V video in my entire life. I know who he is, but I've never seen one of his videos. So it's kind of like Star Wars. I know what it is, never seen it. But so he really gave it to me blunt, and I liked it. And he said, what I think you should do is, what's your favorite thing in the entire world? And I said, video and photography, creating. And he said, all right, then you need to somehow create a channel that is about creating, and maybe DIY stuff or film school, teach people, tutorials. He was like, how long have you been doing this? And, it's 13 years at this point that I've been doing video professionally. And I said, yeah, I think that's a great idea. And that's what really started it. And then once I got that consistency and started making a schedule where I released a video every couple days, could have an old guy skate session. Oh yeah, old guy skate session. That's you should see me on a regular skateboard now. I'm so used to that big electric skateboard that, like, put me on a little skateboard, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? But definitely, if you want to, like, really kind of get your name out there and get people amped up about your channel and want to see, coming videos and things like that, the best thing you can do is be consistent, make a schedule. I have people that are so nice that, email me or something or hit me up on, like, Twitter or Instagram and say, like, hey man, saw your video on Monday, I'm really pumped about tomorrow's video, which would be Wednesday. And that's so wild, because just thinking back whenever I didn't have a schedule, people would be like, can't wait until your next video, kind of whenever that's going to be, because I was so, just started skating at 41 years old after 16 years away from it. Oh my, man. this whole like self-employment thing really kind of has me being careful these days. I'll go out and I'll ride the electric skateboard, but taking the board out the ramps and things like that. Like, I love riding mini ramps. Love riding mini ramps. That is like my happy place. I want to build a mini ramp in my backyard, but I just feel like I'm going to break my whole ass and not know how to pay for it. Maybe I should move to Canada, build a mini ramp, and then it wouldn't matter. I would get free healthcare. Matt, you're in Canada, right? I'm almost 100% sure you're in Canada. All the cool people are in Canada. You, Tara Lynn, and then there's like awesome. Oh man, there's bees like everywhere. And then there's awesome people over there in Europe, in the UK, England-ish area. And there was a Russian in here at one point. I have to learn hockey and the metric system. Man, I love hockey. Obviously, Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I'm sure that's gonna kill me. It's funny. That's what I say about the States. Yeah, I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I don't know if you guys are hockey fans or whatever, but I don't know if you guys saw the just major beatdown we put on the Flyers the other night. I used to skate when I was younger, but was never any good. Mario Lemieux. That's right, baby. I love hockey. Also a Rangers fan. Nice. The Rangers were always like one of those really cool teams that, like, even if you weren't from New York, you still got Rangers stuff when you were a kid, because the Rangers were just like an awesome, like, iconic team from New York, and they were like really cool. Kind of like the Chicago Bulls or the Dallas Cowboys or something like that. Just kind of like one of those iconic teams. But yeah, where were we in camera talking? Oh, the advice that the guy gave me. Yeah, he said, be consistent and really just kind of, if you put out a schedule, like I did, I said Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He said if you put out a schedule, stick to it, because people will show up to watch. And I mean, even today's proof. You guys, I appreciate so much. I mean, you guys have been in this chat for almost a fucking hour at this point. That's incredible to me, and I'm very, very lucky to have you guys, supporting and to be friends with you guys. Well, I consider us friends. Even though I haven't met any of you actually in real life, but that's the internet, man. That's the internet these days. You meet your friends online. It's like, what do they call it? Second Life or something like that. I just dribbled beer out of my mouth through my majestic beard that Ash said I had and onto my shirt. I was doing good with the schedules and the uploads, but I've been slacking. Need to get my ass in gear. See, I'm kind of weird. I've got this weird OCD about my videos, and that's the only thing that I'm like OCD about is my videos. And I've got this weird thing where, like, if I'm on a schedule, I have to do it. Like today, I actually emailed Keith and was asking him about the podcast and when we could film it. And I actually told him, like, man, I'm probably not going to do a live show today because we had a little problem with a sink upstairs in my bathroom that overflowed and came down through the ceiling. It's no good. I'm not excited about that. And I'm not the handiest guy in the world. I make videos and press buttons. I don't do drywall. The rest of my family, it's hilarious. The rest of my family My God, same here. You need to have a little OCD to be on YouTube. You definitely do. Yeah, it does suck. Um, the rest of my family were like carpenters, and they owned like a lumber yard, and went out and did like all this manly shit. And I decided to be a photographer and video guy, and I create things. I don't really build things like them, but so I told Keith, I was like, man, I'm probably not gonna have a live show today. Um, Bummer. You were the creative duckling? Yes, definitely I was. Definitely. That is hilarious. Manly beard. Ash keeps on coming at me with this manly beard comment. I really enjoy that you enjoy my beard. That's fantastic. The live show is so cool. So, all right, well, here's the deal. I had no kind of idea, I guess, where this whole live show was going. I know that like a couple weeks ago it was Easter, and then like last weekend kind of wasn't all that great for engagement either. But I don't want to give up the live show totally. So, maybe I can do like an every other week thing. Maybe I do like a podcast one week, live show the next week, or I can just go balls to the wall and just add a whole another day to my schedule and do, try and do a podcast every week, and then release that on Friday, and follow it up with a live show at the end of Friday. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place with that. I definitely kind of want to do one or the other at first, maybe for a couple weeks just to see. And if I decide that I have like some extra time, then I think that would be cool. Any way to combine it. All right. Matt, let me tell you about the bullshit that I've gone through to try and line up this whole podcast thing. So, I don't even understand how this whole entire thing is going to work, because I literally have to run almost 4 programs on my computer at one time just to... What am I currently live streaming with? Just the normal Facebook, or I'm sorry, not Facebook, YouTube Go Live. I just hit the camera. But Matt, literally 4 programs just to make a podcast. It's insane. Keith and I were discussing it a tiny bit the other day. So I hooked my DSLR up because I'm not happy with the quality of my webcam upstairs. Like near my window, it's so blown out. Like half of my face is like overexposed. And I tried to get a program to like do the controls of my webcam. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I hooked up my DSLR to use for the podcast. Let me start here. I hooked up my DSLR to use as a webcam. That alone takes 2 programs. So there is the EOS utility, which enables me to shoot like live on my computer through my DSLR. But then I have another program that kind of mirrors that frame. And then what do you do with that? So that's 2 programs. Number 3, Skype. So Skype is literally... Oh, dude, it is definitely that hard to set up. It is crazy hard to set up. So 3 programs so far just to get a DSLR to work for Skype. Can you run the DSLR through a box and then OBS? Yeah, so that would work if we were going to do like OBS and then live stream, like through YouTube. But to do a like recorded podcast and have like a guest on there as well, You have to do it through like Skype or Google Hangouts or something like that. So I figured out how to do from Skype to record, kind of a split screen where I would be over here, the guest will be over here, down here is going to be like, title, channel link for me, title, channel link for the guest. Screen flow to record the screen. Maybe that can work. So that's pretty interesting. I actually found a program called Ecamm, ECAMM, screen recorder is what it's called, and it actually lets you record a full 720 video of your Skype window and audio, and then it lets you record a full 720 video of the guest's audio, and it splits it into two different files. So like if I watch say your audio, I don't even hear myself. So like you can take those two videos and stack them in editing, and then put it into a multicam sequence and just start making cuts. And that's like basically the easiest way, I would think, to go ahead and do it, like as far as editing, because I don't want to make a crazy amount of like extra editing work. Oh, there goes my bird friend. Yeah, I think the multicam sequence, just like literally sitting there, camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. That's, so much easier than like, whipping out the blade tool and blah, 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 and all this stuff and putting transitions and all that crazy shit. I was talking to Tara Lynn about this. Yeah, exactly right. Press 1 and 2. I was talking to Tara Lynn about this whenever I asked her to be a guest on the podcast, and she asked me flat out. She said, like, I know that you were doing the live show to kind of cut down on the editing lift, and your workload as far as editing. Are you sure that you want to do like a podcast? And I said, yeah, I definitely do want to do the podcast, like pre-recorded. It is going to need edited and all that stuff, but I think that if I do just like really simple, multicam 1 2 1 2, I think it'll be like super easy. Again, OCD, I would end up watching the entire thing anyway, so it wouldn't be hard at all to just sit there and bounce back and forth between uno dos and make some camera cuts, export, put it on my plate. Oh, I can't wait until you guys see my plate for that. It's actually really cool. Full screen up top. It would be amazing one day to have this set up at H3. Yeah, dude, their setup is awesome. I love their studio, and that's the cool part, is like they get like live guests and stuff like that, so they can really afford to have like big people come in and hang out with them and do in studio interviews. That would be so awesome. I would love to do that. Brian, if you're serious about collaborating, maybe we could, when you fly in or whatever, we could do collaboration. We'll make some videos, but then before you take off, we should definitely do like a podcast, and then we could do that one live. That would be fun. It would take me like another 8 years to figure out how to set that one up, for sure. But nah, I'm just kidding. Just 2 camera angles. It would be super, super easy. Awesome. 1000% serious. That would be sweet. Yeah, I think that the podcast is definitely going to be cool. I really, again, I just want to feature some channels that I think are really cool and introduce, those channels to my audience. And, obviously it's beneficial for me because then, guests on there, I hope, would want to share that video, and, maybe I'll meet some of their audience, and we can, cross promote and things like that. It's pretty cool. I've been thinking about a collaboration for a while. Pitched it to you first. Well, thanks, dude. I love the idea. People always love seeing new channels. Yeah, Brian, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. It's really cool that you get to meet, like, new people all the time through YouTube and this platform. And even if you're not, some giant YouTuber or something like that, you still get the benefits of meeting a ton of new people and things like that. It's very cool. And Matt, yes, I forget what you said. I think you said it's a cool idea, and I think it is fun. Oh yes, you said that it was fun and to meet, learn new channels, I believe. And serious, I mean, like, there's so many channels out there that, like, I run across and I'm like, oh my god, how don't I know about this person already? And you really almost kind of get, like, trapped in the same people, like I'm always watching Casey, I'm always watching Peter, and I'm talking about Neistat and McKinnon for those of you who don't know who they are. But yeah, I mean, like, I get kind of a narrow focus where, I watch their videos and then maybe I, like, break off for a little bit and I watch, like, some other big guys. But I watch a lot more small creators than I do big creators. Mainly because I really dig how, smaller creators really make it work. And I really like how they make YouTube work for them. Whether it's their setup, their backgrounds, their lighting, their camera gear, and things like that. I'm a gearhead, so I'm just kind of like, oh man, hey, what do you got there? What do you have? And yeah, it's just me and Keith talk gear. We talk gear mainly whenever he visits. That's what we talk about. We talk about cameras, and it's super fun. So, but I believe the family is home. Gear. Keith, I'm excited to show me mine, I'll show you yours. Yeah, basically. It's like, yo, I got this camera over here. I got this camera over here. Yeah. Keith, if you want to let me know what day is good for you, I say we do it. And it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. I can't wait for all you guys to see the podcast, and I hope that all of you guys would eventually be a part of it. If you're interested, be a guest on there. Matt, I'd definitely love to have you on. Brian, you as well. Ash, I'd like to have you on just so you can talk about my beard. That would be awesome. Hit me up. All right. Awesome. Matt, you're in 100%? Good. So am I. I think it would be awesome. Dude, we're into a lot of the same bands and stuff like that. I think that would end up being a really cool episode. Bedtime for Keith. All right, buddy. It is actually, it's family time. We've been running for 74 minutes. I never really expected this thing to go longer than, 30. I had a really great time with you guys. Just the Friday vibes. Outside, hanging out, smoking some ribs. I actually haven't even checked the ribs for 75 minutes. I'm actually scared to see what the temperature is. I hope I didn't fuck them up. 11 p.m. I'm sleepy in the UK. The missus has just come in. Oh, my. Keith, stay out of trouble. All right. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging around, man. We had some great engagement for this episode, and I really, really enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope that I can talk to all of you very soon. Uh-oh, she's in trouble. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.